You're looking at one of the most mysterious archaeological ruins in the world, the lost Mayan city of El Mirador. It was once home to over 200,000 people, with an incredible network of roads and the largest pyramids the ancient world has ever seen. And then suddenly, it vanished. Today, the remains of El Mirador lie deep in the jungles of northern Guatemala. Only 2,000 people visit this location every year because it's quite a trek. I'm Lostshmi, what's up? And this is the story of how I trekked for 5 days, 100 kilometers through the jungle with a group of travelers from all over the world. We would be very remote. No signal, no Wi-Fi, only an endless jungle landscape for days. And that's partly why I came. I wanted to disconnect, to disappear into the jungle, with no social media or distractions, to challenge myself. My feet hurt and my boots were hurting. We climbed hundreds of stairs to get up here. And I wanted to learn more about the Mayans because, I'll be honest, I assumed that most pyramids were just in Egypt. I wanted to experience the biodiverse jungle they belong to and get to know the forest community of indigenous peoples who protect the jungle today. It's bright and early and crossing the river to go to, where am I going? To Carmelita. We're heading to Carmelita. I am not awake yet, man. The lake is so peaceful now, though. I started the journey in the tiny town of San Miguel. This is what it looks like in the daytime. And this is Flores, a colorful little island known as the gateway to the Mayans. Most people stop here on their way to the ancient city of Tintal. Many people visit that one, but El Mirador was a different story. And that is what this story is about. The journey to Carmelita was a good 3 to 4 hours, and the roads were not so great. So this is the road to Carmelita. It's quite foggy. At this point, we had already lost signal. We're stopping here for a little break. And oh, I see like a pond down there. I think for the next 5 days, it's gonna look exactly like this. Just green jungle. I'm so excited. This town is so cute. That is the oldest truck I've ever seen. All right, we have arrived at Carmelita. Before we get started, let's get to know the community who's organizing this trek. Carmelita is a forest community. It's kind of an experiment and a very interesting one. Basically, local communities are given land in exchange for managing reforestation projects. And so far, they seem to have been pretty effective. And there are 300 people who live here, so it's a dual initiative, one to help support indigenous people and also to help save the jungle here. The Carmelita Cooperativo has a sustainable wood furniture production industry. They grow their own food and live off the land, and they have tourism initiatives like the Trek to El Mirador. Hola, buenos días. Hola. Hola. Hi. We had a quick breakfast at the restaurant, the classic beans and eggs, of course, and then we set off on the trail. Alright, I just signed a form in Spanish that I don't understand, but ready to go. Vamos. ¿Tu nombre?
Santiago.
Santiago.
Mucho gusto.
You are our guide?
Sí.
Sí? Mucho gusto.
Mucho gusto.
Alright, this is the start of the trail. Hello. I record, I come. So this is the start of the trail, and for the next 5 days, gonna have no signal. We're gonna be in the jungle, in nature, and we have 100 kilometers of hiking. Let's go. We just had a brief and he told us if my Spanish works, wear a hat, wear repellent, and watch out for the tree roots because they are very big and there's also spikes on the branches. He's like, if you touch it, you might hurt yourself. How is it going?
Oh, no, good so far.
Excited?
Yeah, very, yeah.
Woo!
Only been 10 minutes.
I'm so excited. This is our guide. Hello.
Hello.
¿Cómo te llamas?
Alfonso.
Alfonso.
Sí. ¿Y tú cómo te llamas?
Lostshmi.
Lostshmi.
Mucho gusto.
Mucho gusto, jovencita.
Looks like it was muddy here before.
Cuidado. Mañana es un poquito más.
Un poquito más mañana.
Sí, sí. Que ya
Is
mañana.
Flat or hill?
Mañana vamos a tener así.
Uh-huh.
Hoy vamos a caminar un poco plano. Sí van a haber algunas subidas como unas 3, 4.
Ajá. We'll never see him, will we?
Here in the jungle, you'll often hear the sounds of animals, but spotting them is much more difficult.
I feel like there's a lot of dangerous things here, but I'm most worried about the mud. How many minutes in?
46, 2.78.
2.78 kilometers.
Yeah.
All right, not bad. These are all of our mules.
They were the reason why my backpack was super light.
We are a couple of hours into the trek now. We're taking a little break. Things look mostly like they did before. A lot of jungle. I'm feeling very, very good. I love just being out in the woods and being disconnected. It's good. I know people have many reasons for doing this trek. I definitely want to see the Lost Pyramid, but the other half of the reason why I'm here is to disappear, to go off grid for a while. And I feel like I'm doing that.
Ooh, these are the spiky trees they were briefed about.
This is the muddiest part. Oh my God. So long, shoes. So we're now like halfway through and it's lunch break time. Let's see what's in here. Oh, juice box. Yes. Oreos.
You got the apple, you got, and I got some chickies, and then you got.
It was quite funny looking down at my own shoes and everyone else's shoes after this day of hiking.
I think we're at a rest stop.
We took breaks here and there, but we marched on at a fairly good pace.
Ooh, we're here. Woohoo!
We had arrived at the first camp, El Tintal.
Hola. Hola. All right, so this is the kitchen area. Hello. And this is where we're all eating.
I smelled food, so I made a beeline to it.
Oh, it's like rice with veggies.
Cebolla, chile.
Cebolla. Cebolla, chile.
Ajá.
Ah. ¿Cómo te llamas?
Patricia.
Patricia. Mucho gusto.
Igual.
And this is
Es harina para tortilla.
For tortillas. And this is pollo?
Este es pollo.
Oh, and you're making tortillas. Hola. ¿Cómo te llamas?
Linsa.
Linsa? Oh, okay. These are all the tents for everyone to sleep in.
Que cuando vayas a
Mi casa.
sí,
Okay.
cuando abras y pongas tus cosas, vuelves a cerrar porque hay muchas spiders. Y si,
Spider.
sí, y si tú dejas abierto, ellas se meten. ¿Ya?
Okay. Spider. Close the tent, I think is probably what he's saying. Yeah. Oh, it's like a little mattress, actually. Fancy. I'm so happy to have my feet in flip-flops now because they were getting sore and my boots were hurting. They were hurting me. These are the El Baños bathroom. There are showers in here. A nice toilet and a sink. So this door is mahogany and it's beautiful, very heavy. This is way fancier than I thought it was gonna be. It's nice, right? What kind of a bird is this? Is that a rainbow turkey? Do you know? I would later learn that this was an ocellated turkey. Basically a cross between a turkey and a peacock, and you can only find them here in this part of the world. It was much cuter than the spider I found near my tent later. Or the dead scorpion someone else found. It is 8 p.m. and I'm going to bed. This is the breakfast: eggs, beans, plantains, coffee. Buenos dias. Everybody's just like getting ready back there. We're about to leave. It's like 6:30, so we didn't leave at exactly 6. I feel a little bit of rain. I don't have a raincoat though, so hopefully it doesn't rain too much. But I'm excited. I feel well rested. Breakfast was great. And let's go. Day 2 was going to be longer. We had 24 kilometers to go. For hours and hours, we marched along at a pretty good pace. This feels like a literal swamp that we're walking through now. Look, spider monkeys. Alright, this is the visitor center. This is where we are gonna have lunch. And they actually give water for the spider monkeys here, so that's why they all come. This is the water that they keep for the animals, I believe. This is how you wash your hands in the rain. Yeah, this is a trap camera. Hello. These cameras would take pictures of the wildlife that we could hear but not see. Every once in a while there's an uphill like this. After nearly 20 kilometers, my feet were on fire. So we kind of went ahead and found these things. This is La Muerta. We can go in?
Sí, claro.
Really?
Podemos entrar, lo único.
Oh, wow. I feel like Indiana Jones now. Going inside of a Mayan cemetery. So cool.
Also not for the claustrophobic.
Wow. Yeah, this is crazy.
I don't really like that.
Oh, that's a cool spider. Hello.
We're leaving.
Okay. Time to get to the next camp. We have 3 more kilometers to go. My feet hurt. Camp. All right.
Estos son baños.
Baños. Bathroom. We're about to see the second night's camp. These are all of the tents.
Ahorita vamos a ir. Pueden pasar hacia adelante, tomar asiento.
These are my pants now. Covered in mud. Oh my god. So this is the campsite tonight. It's a little bit more basic. Well, it's a lot more basic than the first night, but I like it. It feels more in nature. I'm gonna go have some coffee with the people, see what they're cooking for dinner.
Well, I'm Amelia, and I don't know what I'm doing here.
What brought you to the jungle?
Wanting to see the archaeological site, the largest pyramid, well, volume-wise. So I've been hearing about it for 20 years. I live in Guatemala, or I lived in Guatemala most of my life, and I haven't seen it yet. And I actually have never done any trekking in the jungle, so
That's exciting.
yeah, it's very exciting.
How is it going? It's gonna be better once you get
I
food.
like it. I mean, if I would have known how basic things are, I probably wouldn't have signed up, but I'm enjoying it.
It's just good. Sometimes better to not know.
Yes.
¿Qué estás cocinando? Cauliflower. ¿Fríos? Frijoles. Conchitas? Ah, the cauliflower is cooking. Bueno.
We had a delicious dinner and a bunch of us cooked our shoes by the fire so they would dry. And we watched a video of a jaguar that had passed by the trap camera.
Alright, good night. It's 8:30, so it's really, really early. I think Wi-Fi, or lack thereof, is part of why everyone's going to bed really early. See you tomorrow, bright and early, 6:30 a.m. Do you hear that? The sounds of rain. So the plan today is to explore the pyramids, but it's raining. I'm so sad because we can climb to the top of the pyramid, and I really want this drone shot. Let's see.
On day 3, we had no long walks. We would just be visiting ruins, including this, the famous pyramid La Danta.
The Mayans were one of the world's greatest civilizations.
And El Mirador is thought to be the heart of it. This was way cooler than any museum I'd ever been to. Underneath the vegetation and the ground we were walking on were the actual platforms and roads that the Mayans had built.
This is the original floor of the whole plaza.
This is so cool.
We saw rock murals that depicted scenes from the Mayan religious text, the Popol Vuh. It turns out it's relevant for the indigenous people who were alive in the present day.
Because it validates the fact that they have a root in people who were 2,000 years, who actually built this whole thing. And this particular digging was extraordinary for them in that sense, because it really validated that the stories that they were telling in the Popol Vuh were actually things that they had been playing with for centuries, millennia actually.
And we saw temples dedicated to rulers that they symbolized with big cats, like the jaguar.
Alright guys, this is the one we've been waiting for. We're about to climb up the largest pyramid in the world by volume. Let's go.
La Danta stands at 72 meters tall, so we had a lot of stairs to climb.
Make it stop.
of stairs to get up here. Woo! Wow, we're above the treetops. This place is an engineering marvel considering it was thriving way back in 600 BC. Tikal and Chichen Itza were built in 600 AD. The structures appear to be meticulously planned because they align with astronomical observations. No one knows why the city vanished, but one theory is that they overused natural resources, and so it's seen as a warning to humans today.
There's a huge rain cloud back there, so now we have to get out. Vamos? Vamos! Alright, we got a lot of stairs.
Last but not least, we visited El Tigre, the Tiger Pyramid.
Oh, this will be a nice sunset.
I was right, it was.
Guys, this is beautiful. I'm so happy that I did this. We also got lucky because I thought it was going to be raining the whole time, but it cleared up, and now we get to see this. Wow. It's about time to go back down. They're telling us to go down. I have my head torch for some night hiking. How is it, Bien? Now we go down. But I hate going down.
We headed back to El Mirador camp for one more night, and then we would be setting off back to Carmelita.
Alright, so we're going back to Tintal now, and we've lost a few people who are going on a 6-day trek, and they go on a different route through Nakbe. But we're cutting it short and we're just going straight back the way that we came.
As we were leaving, I noticed that Mel Gibson was a sponsor, along with Walmart, Citigroup, and Samsung.
If you've seen Apocalypto, the movie with Mel Gibson, a lot of it was filmed here in this jungle. Pretty cool.
And so we made the 45-kilometer journey back. We never saw a jaguar, but here's what we did see.
There's coatis over there, like a whole family.
Coatis are agile, fruit-loving, meat-eating insectivores. We saw armies of ants.
I just spotted a little fox over there. Check it out.
And I think this bird is a trogon. We saw more spider monkeys in the trees. And heard this one. It's the loudest land mammal known to man.
The howler monkeys, they sound like jaguars. Yeah, so scary. So I just learned that the howler monkeys are expert meteorologists. When they start crying and make the roar sound, that means that there's about to be a change in the weather. Very, very interesting.
Or they're fighting for territory.
Or they're fighting for territory, that too. I can feel the rain.
And I figured out how to find all the spiders at night.
Basically, like their eyes shine with the headlight, and then you can see where they are. It's so cool.
It's hard to see the sparkle in the video, but let me show you how quickly I can find spiders. There's one.
Their eyes sparkle.
And there, look, there's another. I learned that these were wolf spiders, and they have a layer of tissue behind their eyes that reflects light and makes them shine in the torch. And it also gives them superb night vision. I'm sure these spider facts will come in handy someday. Don't worry. Before we got back, we also had a few more delicious meals at camp.
So we're gathering nuts.
Yeah,
Do you know what they're called?
Ramon.
Ramon.
Yeah, and
Ramon
apparently it
nuts.
has quite high protein.
Oh, it's healthy.
Yeah.
And there's so many on the ground.
Grill them or they boil them and then you can eat them with lime.
It sounds like chestnuts.
Yeah, something.
I'm excited.
These nuts were actually used by the Maya medicinally to detoxify the liver and promote lactation in nursing women. And when people had diarrhea, they gave them this tea, which happened to be from the bark of the tree over there and mixed with sweet pepper.
and it's the perfect plug.
Oh.
He's not
All right.
All of the jungle medicine.
Dinner scene right now. The nuts that we collected. We got pasta.
Really good.
Tastes good. It's like tea juice.
What's happening now is that everybody is checking for ticks because many ticks have been found, like, I think between a few people, like 6 or 7 ticks. So, yep, jungle life. I had my reasons for coming here, but I was curious what brought others to the jungle and what they thought of it.
Can you introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm Peten.
Nice to meet you. Hello.
Alberto.
Alberto. Nice to meet you. And where are you from?
Originally from Colombia, but also from Guatemala.
Ah, and what are you doing in the jungle here?
I am counting the ticks.
Aren't we all?
We've known about Mirador for a very long time, and maybe some 15 or maybe even 20 years ago, we decided that we were going to do the trek and visit the site. Because the site is really extraordinary.
Yes.
Gracias.
And now you're finally doing it.
Absolutely, and very glad we did it. With lots of ideas on how we can contribute a little bit to improve and not make the mistakes that have been made elsewhere.
Oh, yeah,
The success of a tourist destination usually is the demise of the tourist destination.
I know. It's so true.
Alberto was 74 and had 2 hip replacements in the last year, but he was marching along at a good pace. It was a nice reminder that you're never too old to do things. Why did you come here?
For the adventure. Just 5 days in the jungle, hiking and sleeping, no internet, no electricity. We were here for the adventure and of course the El Mirador complex and the temples to get the Maya feeling. First 2 days quite long.
Yeah, a lot of walking.
A lot of walking through the mud. Lots of rain. But it was worth it with the base camps. Really cool, well built, good food, excellent food. So time to recover and impressive the temples and the ruins of the Mayans.
So would you recommend it for people to come?
Yeah!
Yes?
Do it! If you dare.
Awesome. If you dare.
It is our final day in the jungle. We have 18 kilometers to trek, and then we'll be back in Carmelita. I'm excited to check my messages. My hands are shaking from days of no internet.
I can't tell if you're talking to me or on the...
We are so close. I think everybody agrees though that today seems easier than the first day, which is good. I think it's drier today. I tried to catch myself on a spiky tree. Not good. ¿Cómo estás?
Muy bien.
Muy bien.
Sí.
How far are we? 1 kilometer? 2? ¿Una? Sí. ¿Cuánto kilómetros?
Faltan como 1,5 kilómetros para llegar a Carmelita.
Kilometer y medio.
Sí.
1.5 kilometers. We can see the village now. Hola! They're looking, I don't know. Little pigs! Hi! Hello! Oh. And we're back! Woo! Hello! Good job! High five! Woo! Congrats!
Made it!
Good job! Everybody made it in one piece?
Yes, sir.
Yes! Woo.
Jungle 1, my shoes 0.
Of finally making it?
Yes, in one piece. How does it feel?
I'm sad and happy in the same time.
Yes.
Yes, because I didn't want to leave, but I'm also happy that we made it.
Yes.
And that I'm here now.
You're from the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Why did you come all the way to Guatemala?
It was a long time dream actually to visit Tintal.
Mm-hmm.
And then we read about this and then we thought we have to go full, like all the way. And
All the way into the jungle
Yeah.
for 5 days.
Yeah.
I thought you seemed really happy. You were like really happy the whole time. It was really great.
I feel really happy because it's like I feel very grateful
Yeah.
that I can experience this.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's maybe what I am most grateful. And now I'm getting emotional. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not everybody can do this.
Yeah.
And, to be in nature for such a long time
Mm-hmm.
without houses,
Mm-hmm.
roads, and cars, and
Yeah, and no internet.
I can get used to that. Really.
Yeah, completely disconnected.
Yeah.
It's really nice. And how much time do you have in Guatemala?
1 month, almost
1 month.
in total.
And when did you arrive?
On the 1st of January.
Oh, okay, so you've been here for some time. How has the experience been?
Amazing.
Yeah?
And it like 3 weeks now, but it's like
It went by so fast. I arrived on the 2nd of January and it went by so fast. I was like, I thought I was only gonna spend 2 weeks here.
you stayed longer.
I stayed longer. Yeah. And now I want to stay even longer because I'm like, oh, there's these other things to see. What do I do?
And there are so many choices to make.
Yeah. It's a small country, but it's also big.
Yeah, and so different, like the volcano and the lake, and now the jungle. And yeah, I think we will go back because there are so many more things we want to see.
Yeah.
And we want to do.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you. Adios. Bye. Bye.
I said goodbye to everybody and stayed behind because I wanted to get to know the community in Carmelita. Hey guys! Thank you so much for watching that video. I had so much fun making it and I had such an amazing time on the trek to El Mirador. I've been to the jungle before. You can check out my other cool jungle video. I went in Borneo with the Penan tribe and this was very, very wild. So there was no real campsites like the one that I had in the Mirador trek. So this one had more creature comforts and that was nice. And everyone was so nice. The guides, the people, and I really loved the remoteness of the location and I loved disconnecting. I think it was really, really good for me. Actually, I felt like I needed longer time to disconnect. If you are someone who's thinking about doing this trek, I totally recommend it. Of course, be ready to walk a lot in the jungle and get ready for to get a little dirty. But if you're willing to do that, then you will be rewarded. You know, I don't personally like museums. Actually, I hate museums. But something like this is so cool because when you're walking in the jungle and you see these structures where they're supposed to be, I feel like I can actually imagine what it was like back in the day. You know, you can put yourself into that mindset and it's really impressive. It's so remarkable. And it's cool to learn about this part of the world. I actually grew up in a city where there are a lot of Guatemalan immigrants and Guatemalan Mayan immigrants specifically. So it's been really nice to come here and get to know them. By the way, I'm actually in Guatemala City right now and I'm staying with Amelia. She's hosting me and I saw Alberto again and met their family. So I made some friends on the journey and that's really, really cool. And if you recall and you watched this part, then you'll know that Alberto talked about how tourism can be the death of things sometimes. And I read that the lead archaeologist who excavated El Mirador, he wanted to transform it into an eco-tourist destination with a train and hotels and no longer have the community that's there managing it. And I think that's sad, you know, for the community and personally as somebody who really, really wanted to go here because it's different, it's isolated, you have to work to get there. I think that's the greatest part of it, and it would definitely lose all of its magic if you ask me. It would just be another Tintal. Nothing wrong with Tintal. Tintal is beautiful, definitely go see it, but there's magic here, and I hope it doesn't lose it. All right, thanks again for watching. This is a very, very long-winded video, so if you made it here all the way to the end, I thank you very, very much. I'm happy that you're here. It means a lot to me. And I don't know what to say. I'm happy. Bye, guys.